Hi, my dear learners. Welcome to the world of exploration. Welcome to the world of learning. Let's start exploring. Let's start learning. This is Sukriti Joshi, and this is the one-stop destination for you guys out there, for you learners out there to learn. This is English Curriculum. Welcome to English Curriculum. All right, so today we are going to study about William Shakespeare, right? We get to see the year 1564 to 1616, right? You can remember this, easy to remember. Now, we're gonna have a look at the life of William Shakespeare, right? This is what we are gonna have a look at. Now, when we talk about William Shakespeare, he was born on 23rd of April. So born on 23rd of April, right? It's actually not known. The precise date is not known. It could be 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th of April. But what majority of the people, the masses have assumed is that he was born on 23rd of April. Which month? April. Now, I was also born in April, so you can remember that two intellectuals were born in April. So that means April is a month wherein intellectuals are born, right? Right? So I was born on 15th April, and when we talk about William Shakespeare, he was born on 23rd April, right? And he died on 23rd April as well, right? So he was born on 23rd of April and he died on 23rd of April. Now, when we talk about William Shakespeare, he was born on 23rd April 1564, right? He was born on 1564, right? So April 23rd April 1564. Now you can remember 15. 15 is my birth date, right? 15th April. And 64, you can remember 6, 4. After 5, 6 comes and then 4. You can just connect the dots, right? So at Stratford on Avon. So he was born at, he was basically born on 23rd April 1564 at Stratford on Avon. On Avon, right? Very important. Why am I saying it is very important? We will be having a look at it. His father was a grain dealer. So his father, when we talk about his father, he was a grain dealer, right? His business deteriorated when William was yet a child, and so William could not study more than a few years in the local grammar school and left it at. So he could not study at the local grammar school, right? And left it at the age of about 13 to help. So he left it at the age of about 13 when he was 13. So you can assume, you can, imagine that how young was he was very young and he left his studies at a very tender age, right? Wherein you people are fortunate enough to be in, to be studying literature, to be studying English language till now. So consider yourself lucky, right? So at the to help out in his family's business, he married at the age of 18 to Anne Hathaway. So he married. When we talk about his marriage, right? When we talk about his marriage, he married to Anne Hathaway. Hathaway. He married Anne Hathaway at the age of 18. At the age of 18 he married, right? This is the age. This is the age. So he married Anne Hathaway. He married Anne Hathaway. Remember, this was his first marriage. He married thrice. Remember that. He married thrice in his lifetime, right? This was his first marriage. His first marriage was with Anne Hathaway, right? Who was 8 years his senior. So when we talk about Anne Hathaway, she was senior to him, right? She was senior, uh, 8 years senior to him, right? Then they had basically three children. So you get to see that they had three children. They had three children, but the marriage was not happy. So when we talk about the marriage, it was not a happy one, right? The marriage was not a happy one. Um, William was caught, but the marriage was unhappy or was not a happy one. One and the same thing. According to tradition, William was caught poaching deer and rabbits in Thomas Lucy's park at Charlotte Charlecote, right? He was lynched and ran away from home, gradually reaching London. There he got a job as a holder of visitors' horses at a theatre. He later on got a job as an actor and is supposed to have done the roles of the type of ghost in Hamlet, right? Um, and Adam in As You Like It, and Adam in As You Like It. So when you talk about As You Like It, you have Adam, and when we talk about Hamlet, we talk about Ghost, right? Now, he was lynched and ran away from home, gradually reaching London. There, he got a job as a holder of visitors' horses at a theater, right? So, like horses, that's you can remember that, right? And then he got a job as an actor, right? And is supposed to have done the roles of the type of host in a Hamlet and Adam and As You Like It. Shakespeare very soon got the hang of the theater and began revising plays or writing plays based on English translations. So he very soon got the hang of the theater, right? Whenever we talk about writers, they are in some way related to theater, right? Acting. You can say acting, to the field of acting, or to the profession of theater, right? To the profession of acting, or to theater. So they are related to such, or to writing, right? Obviously, because they are writers, so they are writing poems, so on and so forth, right? But herein we are not talking about poems, so let it be, right? Majority, when we talk about it, it's theater and acting, right? Then there he got okay, this we did. Okay, Shakespeare very soon got the hang of the theater and began revising plays or writing plays based on English translations, based on English translations, right? Now, um, of Greek and Latin stories. So English translations. So we are talking about English translations of Greek and Latin. Clear? Of Greek and Latin stories. Clear? Okay, so these plays were very successful with audiences and provoked the jealousy of rivals like Green, who denounces. So Green was jealous. So when we talk about Green, he was kind of jealous from Shakespeare, right? Who denounces Shakespeare. So he denounced Shakespeare. He denounced Shakespeare. All right, great. My handwriting is coming out to be a bit bad. Doesn't matter. You need to focus on the content. So Green would denounce Shakespeare, right? Then these plays were very successful with audiences and provoked the jealousy of rivals like Green, who denounces Shakespeare in a pamphlet entitled "A Groat Worth, Groat's Worth of Wit." A Groat's Groat's Worth of Wit. Remember this. Growth, a growth's worth of wit. A growth's worth of wit. Clear? 1592. Right? Which is written in 1592. Green describes him as an upstart crow, beautified with our feathers, that with his tiger's heart wrapped in a player's hide. Right? So according to him, when we talk about um, Green, he says that Green describes, when we talk about Green describes him as an upstart crow, beautified with our feathers, that with his tiger's heart wrapped with a player's hide, right? From then on, there was no stopping of Shakespeare's upward rise in his career. He was attached to and wrote his plays for the Earl of Leicester's players. I'll write it down. Earl of Earl of Leic- Leicester's players. Here, so in 1395, his name appears on the payroll um, of the Lord Chamberlains and finally of the King's servants. These companies performed at the Rose, the Curtain, and the Theatre. The company finally bought the Globe, right? The company finally bought the Globe. These companies performed at the Rose, the Curtain, and the Theatre. The company finally bought the Globe and the Shakespeare, growing prosperous, became a partner of the Globe Theatre and later of the Blackfriars. Right? Shakespeare wrote and published for 20 years from 1591 to 1611. So from 1591 to 1611 for 20 years. That makes it to 20 years. From 1591 to 1611, he wrote plays, right? During this period, he wrote 37 plays. Now, during this period, he wrote 37 plays. That's now important things are coming up. Please keep this in mind, right? What do you need to keep in mind is you need to keep in mind that he wrote 37 plays and more than 154 sonnets and more than 154 sonnets. So he wrote more than 154 sonnets more, right? More than 154 sonnets and 37 plays, right? And the first 126, if we talk about the first one, like out of 154 sonnets, if we talk about the first 126 of the sonnets, right? 126 of the sonnets, they are addressed to a man, Mr. They are addressed to a man, Mr. W.H. So the first 126 sonnets that we get to see out of 154, right? So you can like divide it 126, not divide it, but just in order to uh, remember, you can do it like 126 out of 154, right? So you have in the one in the initial 126 sonnets, they are dedicated to Mr. W.H., to a man named Mr. W.H. Now, who is that? We don't know, right? We just assume, right? Mr. W.H. The Earl of Southampton, right? Right? So the Earl of the Southampton, the Earl of the South of the Southampton, right? Who introduced him to the important courtiers and the remainder to a dark lady. He grew prosperous day by day, acquired estate, got his father to apply for a coat of arms, and became a gentleman by inheritance. He bought place, the largest house at Stratford, and retired there after 1611. After a drinking bout in 1616, he basically fell sick. So when we talk about feeling sick, he fell sick and ultimately he died. Right? Okay. Now when we come on to his works, all right, so for today now, that's it. Otherwise, you will also get bored. So this was the introduction. In the next lecture, I'm going to continue telling more about Shakespeare. So for now, let's all keep learning, keep growing together, right? Let's all keep enhancing ourselves day by day, every day, right? With that note, I would like to take uh, I would like to uh, basically say bye to you, right? On that note, let's say bye.